What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got a story you got to see to believe, and it takes place out there in Coney Island, New York. Shout out Coney Island. And you see this woman up here? Remember this face. The woman that you see up here, and let me see if I can say her name. She's 89 years old, and her name is Nina Kravtsov. This woman is a Holocaust survivor, believe it or not. And now she's dead at 89 years old after being beaten. And I want you to hear me on this. Beaten in she was beaten by a 95-year-old woman. Both of her and the woman are residents at a place called Seagate Rehabilitation and Nursing Center. And she was beat with a piece of a wheelchair, pictured here, just after 10 o'clock p.m. Sunday. Now, violence comes in all shapes and sizes. I guess it comes in all ages too. Both of these people are at death's door and got into some type of argument where a woman damn near 100 years old killed her. Take a look at this story.
Well, Corey, it's alarming, not just because of the ages of the two people involved, but because of where this happened at the Seagate rehab facility here in Brooklyn. The ocean is right here. You've got this rehab facility, which is sprawling, covering an entire city block. The police say this happened last night. Some kind of dispute that ended with this 95-year-old woman who fatally assaulted an 89-year-old woman, both of them residents. There are still a lot of details that we don't have here, but we were hanging out outside the facility, talking to everyone who we could, employees who were walking out, and we just happened to meet a woman whose mother was here yesterday, and she was here with her mother. She was here in the afternoon and was disturbed by what she heard. Listen to this. Tell me what you were just saying. You heard what now?
There was a lot of screaming yesterday afternoon that went on for hours. And I made sure today that I signed my mom out.
Wow.
She's leaving next week. That's the earliest I could do.
And you did that upon hearing about what happened here?
That was part of it. That was definitely part of it. Because I heard the screaming yesterday and it was very disturbing. Because it went on for too many hours.
So we chose to play you down that soundbite for a reason, and you're going to understand why later tonight on the Pix 11 News at 10. Yes, Sam tells us that she heard that screaming hours before this reported fatal assault. The police saying that this came through at around 10 p.m. Sunday night. We don't know exactly what time this dispute, this argument between these two elderly women began. And since we've been assigned to the story, I've been doing some digging in the state records to find out more about citations and complaints, what state inspectors have found at this place. You're going to want to hear all about that coming up on the Pix 11 News at 10. For now, we're live in Brooklyn. Jay Dow, Pix 11 News.
Lord have mercy. Seriously, Lord have mercy. Look at this article up here. Says, NYC nursing home resident beaten to death by 95-year-old dementia patient. Oh, she got dementia. ID'd as Holocaust survivor Nina Kravtsov. A Coney Island nursing home resident allegedly was beaten to death by a 95-year-old dementia patient that was ID'd by police, as the victim's daughter remembered her as a Holocaust survivor who gave it her all for her family. Nina Kravtsov, 89, was mortally injured when an unidentified fellow resident at Seagate Rehabilitation and Nursing Center bludgeoned her with a metal wheelchair piece just after 10 o'clock p.m. Sunday. According to law according to cops and law enforcement services. Kravtsov, found lying on a bed with a bleeding head wound, was rushed to NYU Brooklyn Hospital, where she was initially listed in critical condition, cops and sources said. She succumbed to her injuries several hours later, early Monday morning, cops said. Right now, I'm grieving the circumstances of how my mother died, Kravtsov's daughter, Lucy Flom, told the Post when reached by phone Tuesday. Flom remembered her mother as a Holocaust survivor who sacrificed for the good of her loved ones. She was 5 years old when she was in the ghetto. She had a big family. She lost most of her family. Kravtsov launched a nursing career in Ukraine where everybody loved her, and she was also a teen mom, her daughter said. She sacrificed a lot, Flom said. She was a single mom. She had me when she was 18. She came here to give me a good education, she added. She was a very dedicated mother. She was a nice lady. She was like many moms, very loving, caring, and devoted. Flom said her mother later remarried as the daughter gained a stepbrother and stepsister. She was a mom of all of us, Flom said. We are just grieving. Kravtsov has had many friends in Brighton Beach, where she lived for years, some of whom have since passed away, her daughter said. They all loved her, Flom said. I loved her too. Kravtsov moved to the nursing home about 5 years ago after the death of her husband. Her former neighbors in Brighton Beach told the Post. She lived here for a very long time, one resident said. When her husband passed, she was living alone and her daughter took her to the nursing home. Let's see. Following the deadly attack, the adult senior was taken to Coney Island Hospital for both physical and psychological evaluation, sources said. She remained at the hospital Tuesday as cops conferred with the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office about what, if anything, or charges she should face, the source said. The wheelchair piece was allegedly used in a brutal attack, was lying on the pavement just outside the facility behind blue crime scene tape Monday afternoon. That's a goddamn shame. Somebody's grandmom is in Rikers Island right now, or on her way to the aisle. I don't understand this. Now, I understand violence. And yeah, the lady got dementia. But some people got feistiness in them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was about. Fighting over crochet needles, eating cookies. I don't know. But I do know this. At 95 years old, and they said it was screaming going on for hours. So I don't know if the person was still attacking her or she was attacked and then like suffering in the room. But damn, that's something you don't see every day. 95 years old. That's a fighting motherfucker. I want to see what the woman looked like. They ain't named her or said where she from. But damn, that's some juggernaut shit. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. A lot of people had the juggernaut gene in them, and it might sprout out. You might not see it your whole life. It might sprout out, though, when they get like some type of degenerative condition at their old age, like dementia. It might have sparked the juggernaut gene. Either way, man, lady was a Holocaust survivor. She survived that shit, but she couldn't survive a 95-year-old woman. And that's the part that's sad. You know, people get combative and stuff when they get dementia and stuff. Hell, my granddad was like that before he went out. May he rest in peace. But Jesus Christ. I mean, it ain't no way they can stop old people from fighting each other, ain't they? If you're a dementia patient, wouldn't you be monitored? You would think, why would them two be alone together? But then again, a lot of times these old folks' homes and stuff, they don't monitor these people because they look at it like, oh, they're old. They're just sitting there and they're not going to do nothing. They ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah, well, sometimes they got a lot of shit to do. And it involves kicking sparks out of other people's asses or busting people upside the head with a wheelchair. The older people get, a lot of times, the meaner they are. If this woman is doing this at 95 years old, imagine how she was in her prime. God damn. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. All jokes aside, that right there is absolutely horrible. And For you to be 95 years old, this is the part that blows my mind with that. How big do you think this woman was? Because that wheelchair piece probably weighed 20 pounds. And she's swinging that thing around enough to take somebody's life? Shit. I will see you in the next video. Take care.